With the weather finally warming up, more and more door-to-door salespeople are canvassing neighborhoods in their search for sales.
Well, many Utahns put up those signs to keep solicitors from knocking on their doors. A man in Sandy says his no soliciting sign isn't enough. The knocks just keep coming. So he decided to get Gephardt.
I'm Mike Denny. We're all familiar with signs like these. We put them up, they say no soliciting, but it doesn't always keep those solicitors away, now do they?
If you are selling home security, solar panels, lawn care, or even just a new vacuum cleaner, let me save you some trouble. Matt Lures is not interested.
No, I'm not buying a vacuum from some random guy coming to my house.
Especially if you have to ring the doorbell on his Sandy home to make your pitch.
There's a sign that says right there, no soliciting.
Yeah, it's a rather large sign planted right next to Matt's front step, not some teensy-weensy placard.
Pretty obvious, it's right there.
Yet solicitors keep on soliciting, disrupting family time, not to mention setting off the dog.
Just early annoying to be bothered when you're trying to rest at home, especially after a long day of work.
It all has Matt wondering, is there any sort of legal trouble for folks who flout his no soliciting sign?
No one seems to care about it.
Does a door-to-door salesperson have to obey a no soliciting sign?
They don't. They don't have to obey it.
It's true. We looked through the Sandy City code books and did not find one word that says a no soliciting sign must be respected. Sergeant Greg Moffitt of the Sandy Police Department knows Matt's struggle firsthand. His no soliciting sign on his home, yeah, it gets ignored too.
I'll see people come up, ring my doorbell, and they'll quickly step off my front porch as if they didn't see the sign.
It turns out Sandy is a bit of an outlier. In the municipal codes of the 100 Utah cities that we looked up, most say that door-to-door salespeople have an actual duty to check each residence for a no soliciting sign or placard. And if they see one, they are supposed to obey it. While the penalties can vary, in most cities we looked at, shrugging off a no soliciting sign could win you a $1,000 fine or even up to 6 months in the clink, possibly both. Just because Sandy doesn't have any of that on its city code does not mean that unwanted solicitors are completely off the hook.
We can issue trespass warnings at the request of the resident.
That comes with a big caveat.
They have to have a fair warning that they are trespassing.
A no soliciting sign? Well, it isn't a fair enough warning, says Sergeant Moffitt. You gotta actually tell the pest control person pestering you to bug off.
There has to be that verbal notice that is given first.
Not much help for Matt. He wants his no soliciting sign to do the talking for him. But his and other signs often get ignored because if they don't sell, door-to-door salespeople don't get paid. One salesperson told us that she found people who put up no soliciting signs are often people who have a hard time saying no. And when a sign looks a little worn, she'll knock, figuring it may have come with the house but not been taken down by its new owners. But wait, how about this sign? Could it have any potential for Matt? It warns solicitors that by knocking on the door, they agree to pay the homeowner $50 for every minute that their sales pitch or religious message takes. Looks too crazy to be enforceable, right? Not so fast.
Does this count as a contract?
The short answer is yes.
Yes, says Julie Blanche, a lawyer with experience in contract law, because the fundamentals of a contract are there. There's an offer.
The offer is the person coming to the door thinks he's going to be able to get in for free. But here's the offer from the homeowner.
There is consideration, a promise exchanged for a promise.
Yes, in exchange for $50, you get to give your spiel to the homeowner.
And you could even argue there's acceptance of the contract, knocking on the door. Now, enforcing this contract against a religious group or a Girl Scout may prove challenging, and politicians have carved out exceptions for themselves to come to your door and campaign. Still, Blanche says a sign like this can give you a leg up against a bona fide solicitor.
I'll bet they're going to have people come up to the door, read the sign, and turn around.
As for Matt, he says that all of this should really boil down to just respecting his wishes.
They should, say, okay, well, this guy doesn't want to be bothered, so maybe we should just go to the next house.
Wouldn't that be nice? Many Utah cities, including Sandy, require salespeople to actually have a permit or a license to go door to door. If you are somebody who welcomes solicitors, one thing you should do is ask for us to see that license or permit so that you know that that person at your door is legit.